Hello, welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and it's time for my June collection update video. So let's just get straight into it, and as usual, start off with the Blu-rays. So let's see. First, we do have from Germany. I picked up Codename The Cleaner. Yeah, I was just looking on a German site, and they had a sale on used items. So picked up that one. Mark Dacascos is in it, so I figured it's been a long time since I've seen it. Give it a go. Not as good as I remembered it being, so glad it was a used sale item. Also picked up Dragged Across Concrete. Totally forgot about this one. The director was doing some really good work. Bone Tomahawk Brawl in Cell Block 99. Uh, Bone Tomahawk, it's a good movie. I didn't like it nearly as much as other people did. Uh, like I said, still a good movie. Brawl in Cell Block 99, really enjoyed that one, so I did pick up the 4K of that when it came out. And then there's this one, Dragged Across Concrete. I don't know why I never picked it up before now. I've never owned it before now. Uh, might be because there wasn't the 4K. I didn't pick it up. I don't know. I did really enjoy this one too. And I was just looking up the director before starting this video, and he hasn't directed anything since this one. And it came out, what, 2018 ish? 2019? Around that time. It does say 2019, so I guess around that time, yeah. So, three really good outings and nothing since. I think it's about time he does something more, but yeah. Dragged Across Concrete, really good movie. And this month's Michael Jai White movie is gonna be Troubled Man, or Trouble Man. Good little action movie, one of the better he's done in recent memory. Still low budget action movies, but it is what it is with these movies. So yeah, sadly no reversible cover to get rid of the rating on this one, and I think that's the case here too. So yeah, let's see. Much like Codename The Cleaner, I did pick up Bulletproof Monk in that used sale. It did have reversible cover. Again, was one I haven't seen in years, and just decided to pick it up. Still not that great a movie, but at the price I paid for it, it was worth it. And see, next, also from Germany, I picked up Top Dog, starring Chuck Norris. Turn on Hooch, starring Chuck Norris, rather. This was a new release. They did release it in media book form some time ago, and now we do have the standard version. I'm fine with the standard version. Nowhere near Chuck's best work, but I still had fun with this one, so I'm trying to get more Chuck Norris in the collection when I can. So, and this was one of the few that haven't had an HD version for quite some time, minus the media books, rather. So, yeah, I'll take it. Now, a few months ago, actually not more than a few months ago, I picked up the German edition of this one. But problem is, it's not English audio friendly. The German isn't, or wasn't, and doesn't have English subtitles either. So I bought the German edition, found English subtitles online, and made my own version on a disc for it. But now it it was released in the US, we are talking about the Roundup Outlaws, now English friendly subtitles retail, and they actually added the Roundup title to this one. This is the Outlaws. It's called, the sequels are called Roundup. So now I do have retail version of all of them, and they all have the Roundup title now. So I threw away the German one. I highly doubt anybody wants that one now. So yeah, finally a full retail version, English friendly. I don't care about the audio, just the subtitles. So yeah, English subtitles. Don Lee, or today's version of Bud Spencer. Really good franchise. If you haven't seen the Roundup franchise and you like Korean cinema, go for this. This is a good franchise. Speaking of Mark Dacascos from Codename The Cleaner, we did actually get a Mark Dacascos led release from Kino Lorber. We got The Base, starring Mark, and The Base 2, not starring Mark. Direct sequels, or sequel to The Base. Still the same role as Mark plays in the first one that's in the sequel. I don't know why Mark didn't return. It is what it is. I wanted The Base. Sadly, they put both movies on one disc. But yeah, they still both look good, so it is what it is. And for the final regular standard MRA case, I picked up Pixar's latest number 30, Hoppers, or as they want to call it here in Denmark now, Jumpers. I don't know. I hate when they replace one English title with a different English title. At least if you have to change the title, put a Danish title on it, at least, or even don't change anything at all. But I actually really enjoyed this one. I know I'm not the target demographic for these cartoons. The last bunch of Disney movies have been hit and miss here and there, but I actually really enjoyed this one. I say this one is worth a watch if you haven't already. So yeah, Pixar's latest Hoppers. Let's see. Let's move on to the more boutique stuff. So last month I talked about 188 release that came, 2 were still missing. Of course, both of them came the very next day. I recorded that video, so technically this is May pickups that I just couldn't include. And now I have all 3 in this Angela Mao release go around. So yeah, and the one I showed off in the May video was the better one of these. Invincible 8, Eureka already have their version out, and they do have an upcoming set with the rest. I do prefer the single editions releases, so I'm going 88 all the way. Great artwork, movies. It was it? I do believe it's this one that's actually Golden Harvest's very first movie when they started, something along those lines. Yeah, the very first film produced by the Golden Harvest Studio. So yeah, you can tell, not brand new movies. Still a little Shaw inspired here and there. So yeah, I have them in the collection. Now the next 2, yeah, the first one of these 2 was released a couple of years ago, I do believe now. I never picked it up because I've never seen the movie. I still don't know if they're worth anything or even for me. But the release for this first one was released this week, and I was making an order on 88's site for a new Jackie Chan 4K release, and I didn't feel like just buying one movie with the shipping, so they didn't have anything else I wanted. So just for the heck of it, I picked up Sex and Sen, and I'm only gonna show the front because I guess you can guess from the title why. So yeah, with the first one, not that revealing on the front, but then we have the sequel that came out this week. There is a little card or J card on the front here you can remove, and if you look at this, I'm gonna keep the card on here because you can imagine what's underneath the card, I guess. And yes, this is all I'm gonna show, and I've still not, or spoiler for what I've seen, I've not seen any of the movies. I doubt I've ever seen them, so I can't really say more than that. And I wasn't even supposed to have them yet, but the Jackie Chan movie 4K got pushed back, and 88 decided for once, see, they can do it, they can split up an order. Normally they don't want to do that. This was in the Jackie Chan order, which I was supposed to get with that 4K, and they pushed the Jackie Chan back and actually shipped these two. So I won't be showing them in the July update. So let's just continue. Speaking of Jackie Chan, after almost 3 years, we do have The Magnificent Bodyguard. This, like I'm saying, almost 3 years later. This is a 3D release. There is a 2D disc. There's a real 3D disc, and then there's one with the glasses, the blue-red. You do get the glasses included, where you can include or decide for yourself what you want to watch. I only care about the 2D. I don't have a 3D TV anymore, so yeah. And they did some great work on this. It's been almost 3 years. They have shown pictures of the upgrade, and yeah, almost 3 years later. One of Jackie's very early movies. Uh, Not that great a movie, but it had to be in the collection. So, yeah, it is now. And let's see, next from Eureka. No, 88. I completely forgot this is 88 too. I picked up Painted Faces, the latest in the Shaw or 88 Asia collection, number 58. I actually had the Hong Kong Blu-ray of this, and I didn't know that it was actually in the. No, it is Golden Harvest. It does have both Golden Harvest and Shaw Brothers logo, so I don't know. I guess they worked together on this one. So this is a look back at the life of how Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Yun Ryu got brought up, raised. Sammo is playing his real life teacher in this one, and it's not your usual Sammo comedy martial arts movie. This is more of a drama, and it's a long watch if you don't know what you're going into, but I still thought it was a good movie. Not one I'm going back to often. Like I said, I had the Hong Kong Blu-ray, and I've never actually watched the movie before I got this one. Did I need to upgrade? Yes, I did. Next, from Arrow, I picked up Marlowe. I do like James Garner. I've never seen this one before. It is a movie of its time. While I do like James Garner, I picked this one up because Bruce Lee is in it. And again, I've never seen it. I like the movie. It is a movie of its time. Him being a detective trying to figure out the case. I knew Bruce wasn't gonna be in it for long, just a few clips here and there. I just really want to watch it because of him. I don't like they did him dirty with the last scene he's in. That's all I'm gonna say. But nice edition nonetheless. See, I didn't flip the cover. Is yeah. I don't know. Oh, got scared if I could show that or not. I'm not gonna flip the cover around on this one. So there we have it. Marlowe, good movie. Now the next few I've already shown off in my Vinegar Syndrome, so I'm not gonna talk too much. Dangerous Game, not a very good movie, all over the place. Was warned technically about this, but yeah. Joy of Sex, in the vein of Porky's and Screwballs, nowhere near as good as those movies, but I actually enjoyed it. So if you like that kind of movie, give Joy of Sex a try. Killers on Wheels, Shaw Exploitation number 3. This is again also a title that was a first time watch. This is a title that you pretty much should only pick up if you wanna keep the collection complete of the Shaw Exploitation volumes, or if you just want everything Shaw Brothers. The disc does open up with that the print was very damaged because of mold, and they have done what they could to put it on disc. It's rough. It's still very rough. There's a lot of film damage on this release where it flickers green, blue dots all over, lines all throughout the movie. They could have, well, they didn't spend 3 years on this like 88 did Magnificent Bodyguard. They could. I doubt it would have been worth it on this one. I didn't enjoy this movie all that much, so yeah, still very damaged. So that's it for the Blu-rays. Let's just jump straight into the 4Ks. So I actually, for once in a very long time, bought a few new or newly released Danish releases. Not often I do that, but the first one I did pick up was from the US. I did pick up Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. I do have these on digital, but I just wanted the discs. This one keeps going in and out of stock on Amazon, so I don't know if it's still being printed or if it's very close to not being sold anymore. So this is actually of all the Mortal Kombat movies we've had so far, even though this is animated, this is my favorite Mortal Kombat movie. I'm a big fan of Scorpion, and this movie is just gory, bloody, and very brutal. This is my favorite Mortal Kombat movie. If you like Mortal Kombat, this is definitely worth the watch. So yeah, Mortal Kombat with Scorpion and Sub-Zero on the back here, and you do get there is a sequel. There is 3 other Mortal Kombat animated movies out in this line, even though there's just one that's a direct sequel. Spoiler, I do have that one coming. So for the Danish releases, I picked up Eraser 4K. Arnold, of course, I gotta have it. Haven't seen this one in years, and watching this, I actually really enjoyed it. This is a good disc. This is, from what I see online, also, it's been years since I've had the Blu-ray, so I don't have that one to compare, but this 4K is a really good looking disc, so If you want the 4K, get it. The movie itself, like I said, I haven't seen it in years. I actually enjoyed it more than I remembered. So there's also that. And I also picked up Avatar, Fire and Ash. I like the movies. I don't go out of my way to watch these movies. Technically, I only picked this one up day one because of the slipcover matching the first two. So, yeah, other than that, I guess I wouldn't have been in a rush to get it. I do wish James Cameron would start doing something different than Avatar now, but doesn't look like he's in much of a rush of that. Yeah, I enjoyed the movies. I could put it on and watch it again. And the next one was simply a case of me being a little upset. I should have had the Rambo Lionsgate 4K box set from America to show off in this video. I pre-ordered, if not day one, day two, and I don't have mine. They didn't ship one out to me. They ran out. Mine is now on a waiting list till August. I told a friend long after they sold out and they got some stock back apparently. I told him hurry up and order. He did, and he has it. He was at the bottom of the line, and Amazon chose him over me. Just my luck. So instead of Rambo, I upgraded my Rocky Steelbook to the 4K. And yeah, it's gonna have to do this time around. Still, I was gonna get these eventually. I wasn't in a rush, but it is what it is. And this is the first time I've seen the different cut of Rocky 4. Rocky 4 is my favorite of the franchise, and I see people praise the new cut of Rocky 4, saying it's way better than the first cut. I felt like there's something missing. I don't know what it's not the robot. I didn't feel the love for the new cut of 4 like many other people seem to do. So it is what it is. And then a bunch from Kino Lorber. I upgraded 10 to Midnight, Blu-ray Charles Bronson, or 2 4K starring Charles Bronson. And let's see. It does actually have alternate artwork for once. Yeah. Kino doesn't do that too often. So, yeah. Good movie. Good little horror slasher. And I also upgraded Rider on the Rain. Again, good Charles Bronson movie. It is a little slow burn, and again, they did put alternate artwork. Let's see this one. This one does actually have a third artwork. This is not one of my favorite Bronson movies. Let's just put it like that. But it is a slow burn movie, but it still turns out like it ends being a good movie when it's all said and done. So sadly, this one it doesn't have it doesn't even have HDR, no Dolby Vision, no upgraded audio. So technically, I don't know if you really need to upgrade this to 4K if you already have the Blu-ray. It's just a higher resolution. So yeah. Even though I upgraded, I also picked up Mimic, Guillermo del Toro. I knew from day one this was announced that I wanted this one. I'll pick up anything Guillermo for the most part. Didn't buy it day one, bought it during a sale, and thankfully the slipcover still came with it. And again, they actually did alternate artwork. Glad I got it. And the movie, again, long time since I've seen this one, and again enjoyed it more than I remembered doing. Actually, to the point where, damn it, now I want the sequels, even though I do know they didn't fare as well as this one did. So, but if you like bug movies, give that one a go. Now, the last one from Kino, yeah, did seem to get a little bit of hate online. I didn't think it's nearly as bad as people say. Terror Train, Jamie Lee Curtis, low budget horror movie. See, no alternate artwork on that one. See, the 4K disc have divided people a little bit here and there, I guess. I thought it was fine. It is a low budget slasher. I don't know what they used when they made this movie. I do like it a little gritty. Sometimes, as much as I love 4K as a format, sometimes it's not the best for these low budget horror movies. That's I I don't get the love people have for VHS, still collecting that format nowadays. But sometimes these kind of horror movies were a little bit better on VHS that look for the movie. I don't know. I'm not going back to VHS in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. Low budget horror movie starring Jamie Lee Curtis. And I liked it. I picked it up. And let's just continue. I see the next stack. Again, Vinegar Syndrome, Shanghai Blues. I have already shown these off. In Explorers, I'm not gonna go through too much into details on these. Thieves Like Us. First time watch on this one too. Good movie. I don't know what I expected it to be, but for my taste, like I said, good movie, but for my taste, a little too long and a little too slow. So, yeah. Let's see. Then we also picked up the Mangler. Again, glow in the dark, green, that doesn't work. Stinks to all hell. Must be the glow in the dark material. It kinda feels sticky. I don't know. Yeah. Not a good job, Vinegar Syndrome. Movie was okay. Again, low budget horror movie. It's not a great horror movie, but I still kind of want to see the sequels. Never seen Mangler before now. Let's see. We also picked up. Oh, again, do I need to? Human Lanterns. Well, Shaw Brothers have seen this one before, and of course, we also showed off Night Watch. Not gonna go more into that. And the final two, I did pick up Mortal Kombat from Arrow, the 4K set. Again, good edition. Do have alternate artwork. And again, classic. Not so much a classic, but I didn't hate it nearly as much as I remembered doing. Even though Shao Kahn is he's kind of a wimp around his dad in this one. I didn't remember that at all. And this one, Shang, I've seen this one plenty of times, but this one I noticed Shang Tsung actually being the one that recruits the people from Earth into the tournament. I was just, why have I never thought about that one before? Yeah. Okay. Still great set. Glad to have it in the collection. And let's see, the final one. Of course, I had to get this one. Bullet in the Head. More John Woo from Arrow. Finally, we do have this one. This is the one I have the least experience with of the Woo movies. It was, I had these all again VHS, back to the VHS days. We do have a Danish company called Scanbox, and I do remember them being the ones that released all these movies on VHS back in the day. And this one was the one that was I I don't remember if it was hard to get or why I it took me so long to get it. But the other John Woo movies I've seen way more than I ever did this one. So I was glad to get a revisit on this one for the first time in quite some time. Again, really good movie. I love getting all these John Woo in the collection. So that's it for my update. Let's just jump straight into what I've watched because the runtime is running away from me. So of course, Bullet in the Head. I have watched that one. Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. I have watched both. Night Watch. I have not watched this one yet. Human Lanterns. I have not watched this one yet. The Mangler. I have watched that one. Thieves Like Us. I have watched that one. Explorers. I have watched that one. Shanghai Blues. I have not watched this one. Terror Train. I have watched that one. Mimic. I have watched that one. Ride on the Rain. I have watched that one. 10 to Midnight. I have watched that one. Rocky. I have watched all of them. Avatar. I have watched that one. Eraser. I have watched that one. Mortal Kombat Legends. I have watched that one. Killers on Wheels. I have watched that one. Joy of Sex. I have watched that one. Dangerous Game. I have watched that one. Marlowe. I have watched that one. Painted Faces. I have watched that one. Magnificent Bodyguard. I have watched that one. And Sex and Sen 1 of 2. 1 and 2. Like I said, I have not watched these. Invincible 8. I have watched that one. The Angry River. I have watched that one. Jumpers. I have watched that one. The Base 1 and 2. I have watched both. Bulletproof Monk. I have watched that one. Codename The Cleaner. I have watched that one. The Roundup. Outlaws. I have watched that one. Top Dog. I have watched that one. Trouble Man. I have watched that one. And finally, Dragged Across Concrete. I have not watched this one. So, I do have a little stack of unwatched movies this go around. The heat just got to be too much for me to want to watch movies. And the top 3 just came in yesterday, so I simply haven't had the time. This is Tuesday. I'm recording this. I'm working this weekend, so I don't have the time to watch movies and record this video during Saturday and then release it Sunday. So I could have watched these if I didn't have to work this weekend. So it is what it is. So yeah, that is gonna be my June collection update video. And of course, I have my score up here. Vacation time is coming soon, so hopefully the weather isn't gonna be too hot and I can watch some of these movies. But until next time, thanks for watching and peace out.